Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's session wherein we will be discussing a few concepts from the profit and loss chapter, right. In the previous two videos of PPL, percentage profit and loss, we already covered the importance of fractions. In the last video, just the video before this, we have covered the importance of percentage change, successive percentage change and the trick involved whenever we have questions based on percentage change under some special conditions. In today's video, we shall be looking at profit and loss particularly, right, and under profit and loss also we shall be looking at some models of questions, right. There are some different models of questions that we shall be looking at that, right. Let's get started with the video, and again these videos are going to be brief, right. For a more detailed discussion on this, right, learning of this topic, please get in touch with the closest center, time center, right. You know that time has been this national leader, right, in the test prep, right, for past so many years. We have the highest number of call getters, final converts into the IIMs. So if you're planning to go for an MBA, so time should be the place where you should join, right, and will certainly be helping you with achieving your goals of getting into a good B school. Let us get started with the video. So in today's video, we shall be looking at profit and loss particularly. So for example, we understand what cost price is. I'll not go there. We understand what selling price is. Now difference of these two is considered to be either profit or loss. So profit happens whenever selling price is more than cost price, and loss is incurred whenever selling price is less than cost price. So thus we can go ahead and write profit as SP minus the CP, whereas loss is CP minus SP. Okay. Now we don't just stop at profit and loss calculation, we go one step further, we calculate profit percentage also, right. So profit percentage is calculated as the profit upon the cost into 100. So this is the formula that we use for calculating profit percentage, but this formula can be used in several other forms also. We can write this formula as the numerator is nothing but the profit value. We could also write it like this, or if you divide the numerator by denominator, we get the ratio of selling price and cost price minus cost price by cost price is 1 into 100. So these are the different forms in which profit percentage can be calculated, right. And similarly, of course, loss percentage also. See, one more thing that you can easily observe here is loss is nothing but negative profit. So whatever formula we are writing for profit, same will be equally valid for loss also, just with a minus sign. Meaning, if you say your profit is minus 30%, so that is same as saying loss is 30%. Right? So thus there is no need to specially discuss the case of loss and loss percentages. Right? If you discuss this profit, loss is taken care of. Right? So this is like the basic discussion that you should be aware of. Now let us move on to some models of questions that we have under profit and loss. For example, have a look at this question. Pause the video, try it out yourself once. I will, as I said, we'll be discussing it anyways. You can pause it, you can do it later. Now if you look at this, it says a shopkeeper calculates profit percentage on the selling price and finds it to be 37.5. See, generally profit percentage is always calculated on CP, not on SP, but he did it on SP and finds it to be 37.5. Find his actual profit percentage. So how did the shopkeeper calculate the profit percentage? The profit percentage is profit upon not CP but SP into 100. And how much did he find it to be? 37.5. So this is nothing but SP minus CP upon SP, sorry. This into 100, I can send it on the other side by 100. 37.5 by 100, when you simplify this, it's going to be 12.5 3 times, 8 times, 3 by 8. Now please cross multiply. So 3 times SP will be equal to 8 times SP minus 8 times CP. So when you solve it, 8 times CP sorry, just a minute. Okay, so this will be 8 times SP minus 3 times CP is 5 CP, 5 SP, and this will be equal to 8 times CP. So from this, we can get the ratio of SP by CP as 8 by 5. And once you get the ratio, we can calculate the profit percentage, actual profit percentage as selling price by cost price minus 1 into 100. So when you solve this, we shall get the answer as 60%. But if you will see, this is a very, very lengthy approach of getting to the answer. We could get to the same answer by using almost non-existing steps as follows, almost negligible number of steps, like 1 or 2 steps max, we can get the answer. Observe how. 37.5% means 3 by 8. So that means profit percentage when calculated on SP is 3 by 8. Right? This means what? This means if your SP, the denominator is 8 units, 8 rupees, 8,000 rupees, whatever, profit is going to be 3 rupees. That's what it means, right? 3 by 8 means if your SP is 8, profit will be 3. Now in any transaction, if your SP is 8 and profit is 3, can I say your cost price is going to be 8 minus 3, 5? Selling price minus the profit is your cost price. Now in any transaction, if your profit is 3 and your cost price is 5, can I say your profit percentage on cost price actually is 3 by 5, which is nothing but, again in percentages, 60%. So we can get to the same answer in less than half the time. Okay. There is a third approach also, formula approach. The formula approach goes like this. If profit percentage on SP is given to be as some P by Q or some A by B, let's take, so that P we don't get confused with A by B. Okay. Then your profit percentage on CP is directly obtained as A upon B minus A. A upon B minus A. This kind of formula we have seen in one of the previous videos also, when we are talking about the percentage change and all. Similarly, if profit percentage on CP is given to be some X by Y, now directly profit percentage on your SP can be calculated as X upon Y plus X. So this is a even more direct approach, right? For example, in this present case, this A by B is given to be as 3 by 8. So can I say 3 by 8 is given? So what will be my answer straight away? It's going to be 3 by 8 minus 3, which is 3 by 5, which is nothing but 60%. So we can also make use of this formula for answering this particular type of question. I hope we are clear with. So basically you should never be going for this approach. That's a very long and unnecessary approach. You can either go for this or you can remember the formula. Now, moving on to next question. Again, you can pause it, you can try it. It says if selling price of 2 articles is the same, there is a loss of 20% on one article and a profit of 20% on the other, then find the overall profit or loss. Observe. So the 2 articles are, let's say, A1 and A2. They have the same selling price. Selling price of 2 articles is the same. Right? Now on one there is a loss of 20%. On the other there is a profit. Let's assume their cost prices are C1 and C2. So if your cost price is C1, can I say if you incur a loss of 20%, your selling price will be how much? It's going to be C1, because understand, cost price minus selling price is loss. So that means cost price minus loss is going to be the selling price. So what is cost price? C1. What is loss? 20% of C1. This is 100% of C1 minus 20% of C1 is nothing but 80% of C1. Here 20% profit. So selling price will be C2 plus 20% of C2. That is 100 plus 20, 120% of C2. Both should be equal, right? Both should be equal. So when you put them equal, we'll get a relation between C1 and C2 as C1 by C2 when you simplify is nothing but 3 by 2, right. So 3 by 2 means what? If I take this as 300 rupees, this is going to be 200 rupees. That means the loss here, 20% of 300 is going to be what? 60 rupees loss. So here the profit is going to be 40 rupees profit. So thus your selling prices in each case are going to be 300 minus 60, 240 rupees. And here it's going to be 240 rupees. So that means if you want to find out the overall profit or loss, what is the total cost price? It's 300 plus 200, 500. What is total selling price? It's 240 plus 240, 480. Right. Clearly there is a loss, and loss of, he's asking us overall profit or loss, it's loss. Loss percentage is, the loss amount is 20 rupees on CP into 100, which will give us 4% loss. So there is a regular way of getting to the answer, alright. There is a faster approach also that we can do, and we can get our answer in 10 seconds also. We need not do all this, but that process requires a formula which is applicable only in one case, only in a specific case. The specific case is, for the two articles, selling prices should be same, 100, 100 for example. Also, on one article, there should be a profit of A%. On the other, there should be a loss of A% only, not some B%. Now, in such a case, overall, there is always a loss. Always there is a loss. Overall, there is always a loss in such a case. And overall loss percentage will be given as simply A square by 100 percentage. So that means in the present case, what is A? A is 20. So my answer directly is 20 square by 100, 400 by 100 is 4% loss. There is no need to go for all these detailed calculations and all. We can simply get our answer by this formula, A square by 100 formula. Okay. This second way, right. You can note this down. I will try to discuss one more way, right. The third way will be like follows, observe. But before I go for this way, I would like to explain the concept of harmonic mean. So, harmonic mean of two numbers is given as 2ab by a plus b. Okay, just remember that formula. No need to get into details about that, right? Just remember that formula. So, two articles again, A1, A2. On first article, there is a profit of 20%. Second article, there is a loss of 20%. That means profit of minus 20 it is, right? We can also write it like this. Both have same selling price, same condition, selling price is same. Now here the way we can get our answer directly is, there is no need to do any detailed calculations for this. So the third approach is like this. Listen carefully. If I take your cost price, my cost price as some C1, this is C2. So can I say here in this case, my selling price is going to be 20% more than C1. So it's going to be 120% of C1. I'm not writing C1 and C2 right now, but I hope you follow what I'm saying. I'm not writing everything here. 20% profit, 20% loss. Here if the cost price is C1, selling price will be 120% of C1. Cost price is C2, selling price will be 100 minus 20, 80% of C2. Now what you do is, you apply harmonic mean on these two. So when you apply harmonic mean on these two, what do we get? 2ab by a plus b. Okay, when you simplify 100 times, this 0 cancels out. 12 into 8 is 96%. So when you're getting 96%, this is less than 1, right? This is less than 100%. Less than 100% by how much? It's less than 100% by 4%. It's less. So if it is less, my answer will be in loss. If it is more than 100, my answer will be in profit. And how do I calculate the loss or profit? Simple. Look at its difference from 100. So how much less? 4 less. So my answer is 4% loss. Okay. So the harmonic mean can be applied this way. So this is a third way. This can be used in all kinds of questions, no need for them to be equal. It's not necessary they should be equal. We can also use them in questions of the following type. For example, look at this. There are two articles again, same selling price. On one there is a loss of 10%, minus 10% profit, and on the other there is a profit of 20%. That means what? Loss of 10% means the selling price will be 90% of the cost price. Here it's going to be 120% of the cost price. Apply harmonic mean of these two. So it's going to be 2 into A into B by A plus B, 210. So when you simplify this, 3 goes 7 times, 3 goes 40 times, that's it. No more calculations, no more cancellations. 720 by 7. And if you look at 720 by 7, it's nothing but 102 4 by 7 percentage. Now, is it more than 100 or less than 100? Clearly more than 100. By how much? 2 4 by 7. So, this is my overall profit. So, here again there is no detail. If you just go back, we discussed this question in 3 different ways. Method 1 was very detailed, very much calculation. Method 2 was a formula, A square by 100, but that formula only works if A is same and selling price are same. This will work, this method will work in all kinds of questions. Only condition is selling prices should be same. I hope we are clear with this approach also. So with this, we have come to the end of this video also. I hope you have understood the techniques that we spoke of in this video. Please do practice them on your own, right? Please try to find some more questions to apply these techniques on, right? And keep learning, right? Keep learning. And for more such videos, please do subscribe to our channel, right? Do subscribe to our channel. We will be uploading videos very frequently, right? And please also press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever a new video is released. So on that note, let me end the video here. Thank you and all the very best.